Gonna say la 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 la. I'm just letting you know what was going on.
Well, what's going on, everyone? It's Rich Lux, and in today's video, girl, you won't believe the drama. All right, let's talk, girl, because I feel like we need to talk. Very interesting team. Ryland Adams is now canceled, girl. Ryland Adams is getting canceled the house, which for those of you who are not caught up on the drama, Shane Dawson's fiance has a podcast called A Sip. This is part 2. Part 1, I'm gonna put down below in the link in the description so you can be all caught up on the drama, girl. It's very interesting right now. Before we go any further, this video is sponsored the house by Juvia's Place. I am telling you guys, Juvia's Place, in my opinion, has one of the biggest and bestest, in my opinion, my conspiracy allegedly, concealers you can find. I mean, this doe foot is freaking huge. I mean, it's a lot. And I like it because I have a big old face, girl. Okay, I need a lot to make all this happen. So I'm just telling you, if you're looking for a great concealer, try Juvia's Place. I have had so many people message me and they're like, girl, I finally tried Juvia's Place. You were right. I'm like, girl, I'm not gonna steer you wrong. Everything at Juvia's Place to me has been a hit. Thank you, Juvia's Place, for sponsoring this video. Definitely check them out. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. Let's get on with the drama. Okay, guys, I'm giving away $1,000 cash. Check it out on my Instagram for all the rules on how to enter. Leave this video a like, leave a little comment for some extra points. All right, here we go. And I was kind of like, what? Really, girl? Okay, Ryland Adams is getting canceled because she had Jeffree Star on her podcast. Make it make sense, girl. Make it make sense, okay? Now, in the podcast, now we all know Jeffree Star's controversial YouTuber of the world, girl. Let me roll this little clip. Here we go.
You're the most heinous things. I've heard it all.
Right.
But to continuously hear that over and over and over, and it was just so crazy. And I'm like, this is crazy. So the new normal became aggressive, like mental abuse. But I'm not trying to say that for sympathy. You know, people were always going to say la 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 la. I'm just letting you know what was going on.
Well, and that's
it was
more
really...
so why I was curious is how you could creatively push forward when you know that the result is so brutal. Because I'm assuming I get a fraction of that maybe you or Shane gets, and sometimes I have to reevaluate: is this something I want to push forward and do? Is it healthy?
Yes.
And like, why would it be fun to create something like, say you have a creative idea that you're so passionate about? How do you execute it knowing that the result is going to be met with so much?
Yeah.
And were you ever like, I don't know, I might just go to the property I bought in Wyoming, stay there forever, and sell my brand?
Definitely thought about that. But I just, maybe this morning. No, but my brand is my entire life. And I think it's crazy when people, I think now anything we do, there's like kind of negativity to it, or people want to make it something, right? But I don't, to me, it was never an option. Mm-hmm. But I do have a brand, and we have a lot of employees, and they really do count on me to eat and pay their rent and their families, you know? So I persevered and pushed through it, and the brand has been really great, but personally and emotionally, it's been a roller coaster.
Okay. First of all, this is how I see it. Ryland Adams is a person who knows how to get clicks, how to get views. He knows what works to get people's attention, to thumbnails, to themes, to music. He knows it, okay? So he knew that if he starts a podcast, honestly, is a second form of revenue if you're thinking it as a business. He has his regular YouTube channel, which is doing amazing, and now he started a brand new podcast. Well, what do you want to do in a podcast? You have to make it interesting. So he is inviting interesting people on the internet who, yes, I guess y'all can call problematic. And I'm not here. No. I am not here to tell you guys to defend Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star can defend himself. I believe in some form, way, or fashion he might have in the interview. But it is true. I do feel like Ryland Adams was like smart enough to say, hey, you know what? These are people who cause a lot of interactions on the internet. You know, Jeffree Star posts something, people are going to talk. Trisha Paytas posts something, people are going to talk. You know, he's inviting a lot of people onto the podcast who push buttons, okay? Who tend to rattle the cage of the internet in a way. With that being said, I kind of feel like he knew what he was doing by having Jeffree Star on there. And it was a great interview, and the people who were there disliking the video and the people who were there leaving negative comments, all you're doing is making the series more popular for Ryland Adams. Because if you truly do not like his guests, Jeffree Star aside, any guest he has on there, then why are you there commenting and disliking? You're doing nothing but promoting the video. You're giving the video engagement, and you're trying to cancel Ryland Adams for simply doing a job, for doing what he wants to do, for being an entrepreneur, following his dreams, and be like, let's get controversial people on this podcast. And he can, because he has connections, or he knows how to reach out to these people to get them on the show, because he might know them. I don't know. I just think it's kind of sad that you're canceling Ryland Adams for simply trying to have a successful podcast. Okay, now, we all know that Shane Dawson was there. If you're a huge Shane Dawson fan, Shane Dawson was in the room. You could hear him laughing in the background. Genuine laughs, might I add. And yeah, maybe it might have been Shane Dawson dipping his toe into the water to see if people even care about him anymore. And I just kind of feel that Shane Dawson just needs to come back to YouTube. There's just so many people who still love Shane Dawson. They really do, and they want him back on YouTube. And you know what? He should, when he gets back on YouTube, just my opinion, my conspiracy, allegedly, Shane Dawson just get back on YouTube. Doesn't need to address anything. The people who ride with him are going to ride with him. The people who don't, won't. Just get back on YouTube, post another something you want to do. I would say it should be a zombie horror movie. I don't know why I feel that, but just post something on YouTube. Come back to YouTube, Shane Dawson. People, you'll be shook. People would love to see you come back. Just like Tati Westbrook. Tati Westbrook still has not came back to YouTube, and she probably has a huge following of people who want her to return back to YouTube. Yes, I understand it's kind of like people don't want her to come back. Same thing with Jeffree Star. And this whole thing started, right? This whole thing about this Jeffree Star drama on the podcast. Jeffree Star had took some time off. I think it was around the summertime, around that time, a little bit after the orgy palette. Took some time off the internet. I think it was like about a month. And now that he's back on YouTube, it's just like everyone can see he's not getting that many views. He's not getting that much interaction. And this is what I have to say about that. Because I feel that if you take like 3 weeks to a month, even 2 weeks, man, even 1 week, if you take that much time off the internet, you fall off the YouTube algorithm. And I think that's what happened with Jeffree Star, is he took way too much time off the internet. He wasn't posting on Instagram or Snapchat. He wasn't posting any YouTube videos. He was just completely MIA and silent. Yes, he's probably still, watching and looking at stuff online. I don't know. But I'm trying to say is that because you took that much time off the internet, you fall off the YouTube algorithm, off the Snapchat algorithm, off the Twitter algorithm, and Instagram algorithm. So you're not as discoverable as you were, because they just think that you haven't been posting, so they're not going to promote you. So when you come back to YouTube, you have to build that up again. And I feel like the reason Jeffree Star wasn't posting YouTube videos when he came back, because he didn't probably want to see any of the negative comments on the YouTube video, right? So he's like, let me just give it time. I'm going to do my thing on Instagram. I'm going to continue to work on my brand, and I'll come back to YouTube slowly and surely. And you know what I'm saying? And I think that Jeffree Star is working on his YouTube channel again, building it back up. When it comes to Tati, a lot of you, I saw some comments, people saying that Tati Westbrook needs to come back and just start posting videos. And she should promote something. Like, just her first video should be a palette drop. No, because then y'all are going to say, well, y'all say about Jaclyn Hill, well, y'all been saying about Jeffree Star. The only reason they come on the internet is to sell something. So I don't think that Tati Westbrook is going to come on YouTube to sell something. Neither is Shane Dawson. I don't think Shane Dawson is going to come back to YouTube and start selling something on his first video, because then y'all are going to start saying, oh, the only reason he came back was to sell something. Oh my gosh. It's like, really, you can't win. And with that mentality, and Shane Dawson's been doing it, where he's like, oh, I'm gonna do this, but it's not because of this, it's not because of views, and then like, literally just do it. Just get on YouTube, get on the internet, do what you want to do. And I think a lot of people would be more receptive if Shane Dawson was to come on YouTube, drop a video, and just do him without any apologies. Just, but I think that he cares too much. Going back to Ryland, I don't think that it's fair to cancel Ryland just because he's simply doing a job and having Jeffree Star and other problematic YouTubers on the show That's what gets attention. Like, at the end of the day, it is. And I don't understand the internet sometimes, but I can see why you're angry and upset. But you can't, like, hold the interviewer or interviewee responsible. Do I think that Ryland Adams could have, like, given Jeffree Star questions that might have been more impactful? Yeah, but I don't think that that's what the concept of that podcast was. You know, Ryland Adams' podcast is a little kickback, have a little kiki, have a good time, just fun podcast. It's not a 60-minute. It's not going down mega exposed scandal. It's not that type of podcast. It's just, hey, let's hang out and just talk about superficial things and to pass the time and get your mind off what's going on in the world. And I really enjoy the podcast. And if you don't watch it. And I think a lot of times, like, why are you watching stuff that you just don't like, you know? And why are you talking about things that you don't? I mean, videos have been made about Ryland Adams' podcast. And I'm like, girl, if you don't like the podcast, why are you talking about the podcast? It's for clicks and views too. It's like, oh my gosh, let me just go ahead and just talk negatively about Jeffree Star because it'll get me views. I mean, is that really what it is? Or do you really feel that way? I don't know. I just kind of feel like if you really don't like Ryland or Shane or Tati or Jeffree, why are you putting energy into it? You know, just like let go and let God. You could focus that energy on something more. Who knows what you could accomplish. Now, like I said, I'm not defending. I know I'll probably get lots of dislikes for this video. So if you're a big Ryland Adams fan, Jeffree Star fan, Tati fan, Shane Dawson fan, Jeffree Star fan, give this video a thumbs up, okay? Because I don't want to hear it in the comments. Like, shut up, whatever. Like, don't come for me to the house, okay? With that being said, let me know what you think about all the drama in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, on Snapchat. Oh, I started a Twitch channel, so follow me on Twitch if you want to come hang out and watch me play video games. I'll see you guys there. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, I love you so much.